Hello. Oh, hello and welcome. How are you? Campbell here. I just thought I'd do a quick live stream, go through some maths, have a bit of a chat, see what's going on in the world, right? Who is here? Who do we have? Who are we? I don't know. How you going, Hugh? Robin Lee, hello. I should be putting these on screen, shouldn't I? Chris, where are you? As usual, thanks for being here, mate. Mr. Rasta, hello. Good morning from the Netherlands. Good evening from Australia. Jim Dillinger, as always. How you going, mate? How's France treating you? Oh, Jethro. Hey, mate. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Nigel, hello. Bobby, a.k.a. Warrior 138. That's also known as the B Warrior 138, etc. Well, there you go. That's quite a name. How you doing? New Mexico from Bobby. It's cold in France. You've got the Olympics coming up, haven't you? When are they? Are they like September or something like that? I'm going to be kind of in your part of the world soonish. I don't think I'm going as far as France. I'll be in Italy. Is that close? Squirrel Sniper, hello. How you going? John Chesworth, hello. Arthur Flat Earth, hello. Tony Drake, forks and knives. Forks and knives. Michael Beckman, hello. How is everyone going? 45 over here. No questions to answer. What should I talk about? Just wait for a few more people to join us. How is everyone? How you going, fella B? Mike Andrew. Yeah, like how is everyone? I heard there was flooding in LA. Is that right? Los Angeles. Fires in Chile that like these weird blue beam fires and weird stuff going on. Is anything affecting you guys? Obviously talking about the cold still up in Canada way. Andy Sings, how you going? Much love from the van. Valor Beach, East Coast Oz. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you very much, Andy. East Coast, yeah. Well, I'm in the Northern Rivers at the moment. Not quite on the coast, a few hours from it, but in your sort of vicinity, though it is Australia, right? You could be anywhere. Viv, how you going? Pedro, Brazil, hello. Thanks for being here. Adam Forrest, hello. Just turned laptop on. Oh, well, look at that. Perfect timing, right? Synchronicities. Farmers Olympic happening in... yeah, right. Yeah. I've heard they've got a few events going, like the how many roads can we block and the slow speed records for distance. South Africa. Wickus, how you going? Viv, Sydney. There you go. Not too far. How far? Sydney's probably about a day from me, I guess. But I'm NC. Is that North Carolina, USA here? Just cold on the East Coast. Oh, well, no, you're not. Are you? Well, North Carolina is the East Coast, isn't it? Where are you? Is that not? What's NC? I haven't got all this stuff yet. Is it true about the 2000 and the 12 chicken? What? Is it true about $200 for 12 chicken drumsticks? What? Oh my God. Don't eat chicken drumsticks if you live in Canada. Oh my God, I have heard some really weird stuff, Jethro, about expensive food, and when it goes out and I think a lot of fast food shops are shutting and people are, I don't know, getting the fast food from somewhere and selling it on the black market. Why do you want fast food that's... Abbey Road, how you go? Abbey Road, ooh, how you going? James, Falkenberg, Rip Steel, hello from our four corners. How are you? Tamara B, hello. Western Queensland is humid to the extreme. Yeah, it's been, I'm Northern New South Wales, obviously. Really, really hot and humid here. We've had the last 2 days have been okay. So today wasn't that bad, but it's we've had some really hot days, but it's the humidity, man. It kills you. It's really saps your energy. And yes, I had a shave. What do you think? My beard was harassing me, man. I don't know how people walk around with those things. They're hard to control. So I took it off. So I'm all fresh-faced again. The Mid-Guardians. Hello from Adam in the Dome to Campbell. Oh, how you going, man? I am in the Dome. How do I show the Dome? Where's your dome? There you go. Quick shot. There you go. That's my white dome. Needs a bit of paint. But I'm basically, I don't know if you heard, I almost got flooded out. So I moved out all my stuff and it's all up in higher ground. And so I am basically going to take off for a while. Like a lot's happening around here. The floods hit and sort of all these decisions were made, and it's going to be changes happening. So I'm going to take off for a bit, I think. And I'll be back for our Mulaney meetup next month. But yeah, I'm just going to take a break, go somewhere with good internet, running water, all those kind of things, right? Canada is super expensive. Yeah. How expensive? I mean, Australia is too, but it's especially, if you shop at the mainstream supermarkets and stuff like that, and of course fast food, that's really expensive. Obviously not so expensive to grow your own, right? Buy from farmers. Dwayne Bertiso, hello. May our souls run free. Yes, may they. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, Jay Wiener, yeah, that spun me out. That's when I was like a year into my channel. And I got this email from Jay, and I was like, oh my god. I was pretty nervous during that interview, but he was really cool. I like him, and I had a chat with Ryder from Raised by Giants the other day. I'm going to have another one with him. Another, great guy, and they worked together on the JFK movie. They made a JFK movie, so I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, it's out there. North Carolina, there you go. I was right, North Carolina. Well, I think I'm heading to South Carolina. I'm heading to South Carolina, I think. I'm going to the Carolinas somewhere. I don't know. Some kind person has said, come and stay with me for a bit, so I'm going to. You get your own chickens, yeah, man. Getting expensive, but Australia's, crazy expensive too. But I noticed, the supermarkets are, if you can get it from markets or farmers markets, do that. Ryder Lee, is that his surname? Lee, yeah, Ryder, yeah, he's cool, nice guy, smart guy. So. There's one chat. I haven't put it up yet. It's up on the new now, Lorenzo's channel, but I'm going to put it up probably in the next few days. Henry, how you going? Las Vegas. Morning, Mick from Ireland. Yeah, I can imagine what Sydney would be like. It's expensive out here. In the boondocks, as I would say it in America, but in the bush, as we say. Callum, dude, how you going? Long time no see. Thank you for joining us. How have you been? How are you still out in the middle of Australia? How are things? Open source, how you going? London, look at this. We've got people from all around the realm. Texas, right, girl, hello. Did I get a chance? Oh, you did a great job. Oh, and Jay's channel, Jay, yeah, thank you. He is an original thinker. Yeah, Jay, if you haven't checked out Dave's channel, go check it out. Smart guy. He's been, sort of at the forefront of this stuff since the 90s. Written lots of books, made movies. He thinks we live on a ball, but apart from that, he's a really smart guy. No, he's a great guy. Who knows? I don't think we live on a ball, but we're going to have a look at that in a minute, actually. We're going to check out some maps. But just a few more hellos. Poland, look at this. So we're going to be up near Poland soon. if you want to come and join us, there's still a few tickets left. Great Tartarian tour with myself, Kelly Jones, Michelle Gibson, and other amazing people. I haven't put the link below. But if you go to oldworlds.tours.com, if you're interested, go check it out. I will be there May the 5th it starts. I'm going to be there in April, checking out Europe, because, everyone said don't travel this year. So what do you think I'm going to do, right? Don't tell me what not to do, because I'm going to do it. New Zealand's like a bowl of all brand. You wake up every morning and, okay, I don't get it. You're regular. That's what you mean. You wake up every morning and you're regular. Nice. You guys watch Martin Leakey? Oh, who's that? Never heard of him. Yeah, Savvy. Yeah, man. I know Martin. I travelled to him. We were both in the US in October last year, and we did three live shows together. Yes, we go way back, Martin and I. So I probably won't be hooking up with him this trip, but I know that he wants to hook up again, and Jason, so I'll probably be dropping back in at some point. Oh, and Paul Cook. I need Paul Cook's email. If anyone's got his contact details, send him a message and tell him to contact me, because all the contacts I have, they're all gone, right? He's got all new ones, and I don't have them. So, or if you're watching this, Paul, send me a message, email, WhatsApp, something like that, because I need to talk to you, have some exciting news. And now that I've said that, I can't, that's all I'll say. But there's more coming up. Big things happening this year, man. The astral projection, remote viewing. Yeah. I just did a chat with Julia Hammond. Hamman, I think it was how you say it. She does astral projection and remote viewing and all that kind of stuff. So does Sonia from the Tree of Knowledge. Some good channels. Go check them out. Carol, this is so exciting. I remember. Thank you. Yes, well, I'm doing it again, right? Like I just decided, I just had this thought, because, it's not a secret, but like the farm we live on, like I live with Kelly and her family, and we had some flooding, right? And it came up really fast, and it just made everyone have a bit of a think. And so the farm's on the market is what's happened. So I don't want to, invest in a $5,000 platform to put my dome on if the farm gets sold. So that's why I'm going to take off for a bit to America, and then to Europe. And so I'll be gone for probably 4 months or something. I'll still be on a screen near you, but then I'll get back when things have sorted themselves out a bit, and see what happens. Got a few options, so I'm just sort of letting the wind carry me at the moment. But what I was going to say is that's how I decided I'm going to go to America. But I actually went out today. I was talking to a friend, and she's like, it's a friend in America, and she's like, well, what are you doing? How are you manifesting this? And she said, have you packed your bags yet? I said, no, I need to go buy a suitcase. So I went and bought a suitcase today. I actually bought 3 suitcases because I need to pack all my stuff up. And they cost me $21 because I went to the op shop, and they're like practically brand new. So if you need luggage, guys, go to the op shop, or what they call it, the thrift store if you're in America. Like seriously, almost brand new suitcases for like $5. Great. Love a bargain. I'm going to Crete and the Aztec Yucatan. Awesome. I'm going to Crete. Towards the end of the year, and I would love to go. The Yucatan, South America. We're going to be doing more tours, so maybe Russia next year. I would love to do South America, but there's so many places to go. So we're going to continue these tours, right? Do them for like the best price we can, because tours are so overpriced. And we're going to travel the world. Why not? Hello from beautiful South Africa. Hello, Freeman. Be your fullest people. Alison, hello from Baton Rouge. Look at this. We've got people everywhere tuning in. Thank you all for being here. Oh, yeah. Can you still, like, we've still got cicadas. Like, it's been months. Like, I thought they only came up for a couple of weeks, but it's literally been months. But it's because we've hit a double cycle. We've got two different types of cicadas come up. One come up every 7 years and one come up every 13 years. And I think it's every 228 years or something. They both come up together or at the same time. And yeah, man, months of cicadas, and they get really loud. So sorry about that, guys. Let me know if it's too annoying. I can shut a couple of windows. I don't want to get too stuffy. Oh yeah, Jason. Yeah, that's a good point. If I don't hear from Paul, I'll send Jason an email. Yeah, they did a chat, like a live, I think it was, a few days ago. Go check it out. And of course, go check out Paul's channel, subscribe, all that good stuff. Dome's looking good. Yes, thank you. It's just got white paint on it at the moment. But it's going to have to be moved and re-erected. And I actually bought some paint for it. I'm going to paint all the eaves and give it some color. But yes, thank you. It's actually very empty at the moment. Most of my stuff is packed up. Hey, how you going, Sue, from Western Australia, my old stomping ground? Yeah, man, exciting times all around, right? Like the world feels like it's kind of in flux a bit, right? Like there's a bit of uncertainty, in the air. So, why not trust, right? And throw yourself out in the wind, see what happens. Yeah, if you can't make this one, guys, like I said, there will be others. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears peeled. But there you go. Yes, I know, right? It's very loud. I'm sitting out here. Like Kelly's house is probably, how far would that be? Maybe 600-700 meters away. And then apart from that, the next house would be like over a kilometer. So I'm just out in the middle of a field, really. All on my lonesome in my domesome. But yes, I was going to say I'm going to America. So I put a poll up. There's a poll up on my community thing. If you haven't seen that, go and you're in America, go and cast your vote, because I'm going to be there for a month. So I'm thinking, if there's enough people who want to do it, we'll put a show on, put a gathering on, get together, have some fun. I'm staying in South Carolina. I'm staying in America, like in the Carolinas. Haven't got the address yet. So we're thinking of doing an event, in the sort of southeast corner, maybe Florida. I think Florida is winning at the moment. And we're thinking South Carolina, Florida, or Georgia, I think. So let me know. Yeah, Russia, man. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we were talking to someone, a friend of a friend, and he lives in Russia and not that far from St. Petersburg. And he lives in an eco-village based on the Anastasia books. And so we could go and hang out for a few days there. So that would be a cool trip. And this is the thing, like there's so much opportunity at the moment, guys. Like I know the world wants you to be scared and to shut down and all this stuff's going to happen. But seriously, like how many times have we been told this? Remember 2000, the Y2K? Remember planes were going to drop out of the sky? All the computers and electrics would shut down and we were going to be thrown back to the Stone Age, and nothing happened. Remember 2012? Same thing, disaster, the world was going to end. Nothing happened. Like this stuff's gone on forever. So, don't limit yourself because of what, the outside world is telling you, especially, you know, the media world, right? It's always got an agenda. So, you know, don't be silly, but don't lock, because they want to lock us down, right? So, you know, don't lock yourself down. Don't help these people, you know, things, whatever they are. So there you go. So should we look at some maps? We have been chatting for like 20 minutes. And yeah, just thought we'd have a look at some maps. And I've also got David Rumsey up. Let's see, what have I got here? Maybe we'll just flick through these random maps. Oh yeah, this is a good one to start on. Why not? All right, let me present my pictures. All right. This is the Monty Planisphere 1587. And this, because this map is a circle, this, look at all the cut marks. This is them getting it and cutting it and trying to make it into a rectangle. Like, I don't know why. Like, even the globe is not a rectangle. What's this? Like, it doesn't make sense. But you can see here how much, like, they've just scalloped and cut bits out. They've just stuck this on. Now, this is what our maps today really are. Like, they're so out of ratio, right? Like, the sizes that we see on these rectangle maps are so far off, you know, from what we can work out as reality, right? One thing they have left on here is all this land at the bottom, right? And this is the main thing we see in old maps. Sometimes we see, you know, disappearing islands, but this land mass down near, and what we're, you know, out near what we're told Antarctica is always there. And on this one, looks like they've gotten rid. You can't really see it. Kind of bits up there, but Hyperborea is on the actual real map, which we'll check that out too. But so here we go. This is actually a jigsaw puzzle, but anyway, it's a map. Look at this, Terra Australis. All right, look a bit bigger than normal. This is South America. All right, look at the shape of it. It's touching here. Terra del Fuego, the land of fire. You know, fire and ice, right? But even on these, like, look at Africa, how wide it is across here. It's much different than we see on the maps today. And there's another one called is it the Peterson projection, I think they call it. Oh, this is the same map, I think. There you go, massive Antarctica. This is from the 1600s. And again, look at this landmass down here. Magala Nika. Right, so this is obviously drawn as a globe, which again, you know, it just changes the sizes and the ratios and positioning of all the land masses. But I mean, in this one, you can see again, South America joined up to Terra del Fuego. Resolution's not that big, but we also get giants and things on a lot of these maps. Here's another one. Now we get these straight. This is like the love heart sort of shape, which is interesting. And as you can see, just putting it in that shape sort of distorts the land masses again, right? I mean, what is going on out here? Look at this. Like, what is that? Like, what have we? This is hard to even see. Like, kind of looks like Earth. Is it? Now that would be Africa, I guess, South America, North America, Europe, Asia, India, and just a massive archipelago of islands. This is, I don't know, I don't have a date on this one. Oh, Star City and birth. We got a date. This would be like the 1700s, I would think. Oops. Oh my God. No. I would say that, this is the depictions we get in the Starfort books, and they all tend to be around the 1730s. So I would say this is around that time. But I mean, look at the build out of this city. Look at the size of these buildings. Look at the antiquitech, and look at the smoke. What's going on here? It's smoke, steam. I mean, probably steam, I would think, rather than smoke. Steampunk, total build out. And just a different world, right, to what they tell us. Oh, California as an island. I just need to have a sip of my drink. Oh. So this is something that, only really came into the collective consciousness probably 3 years ago, maybe even less. The first time I saw it was on a John Levi video. California as an island. Now, I guess we all know about it. It's much more common, but yeah, this is all, and that's the thing. So much of this information that we look at and we now take for granted, it's not that old, man. We've only been into this for, my channel's just hit 5 years. So, not that long. Not that long at all. As you can see here, California, New Caroline. Oh, New Caroline. Jesus, America, September, something like that. Got some people here holding a rod. They're going to do the limbo, I think. This guy's saying, I'm next. Let me limbo. Gran Quivira, Gran Tegua, Moki, Nuevo, maybe that's New Mexico. Apacheria, so I'm thinking is that where the Apaches came from? And look at these all towns. That's a lot of towns, man. All right, look at that, South California, man. SoCal, man. That's a lot of towns, right? What's the date? Just California's an island. Here we go. 1533. California in 1533. We've got 1586 there. So 1500s. Look at this. Look at all these towns. All right. So this, I would think, especially looking at the names, are going to be, the native inhabitants, right? Much more built out than we were told, right? What are these people doing? They look very happy, dancing around a stick. Good on them. All right, this is the bottom, Australis, yeah. So this is, like the bottom of the globe they show us, the Antarctica, this region inside the circle of the Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, sorry. The land unknown. Out here we've got Terra Australis. New Guinea, looking very, very different to the way it does today. Much more islands here. This, I guess, is sort of, there'd be a New Zealand. Is that New Zealand? No, there'd be a New Zealand island somewhere there. And this is South America. And they're calling this Australia. All right, that's now called Terra del Fuego. So this is 1597. Pretty interesting. But of course, we know that's, it's been turned into a ball. What is this? Okay, so this is South America. Of course, Chile, Peru. It's not showing us the bottom here, but look at this shape of South America here. Brazil, so maybe, let's see, should we turn this around? I think that way. So Brazil there, okay. So I think this is the way it's supposed to go. So we've got Brazil, Peru, Yeah, down here would be Terra del Fuego. Yep. Land of Fire. And up here into the Americas. And again, look at the amount of towns. Sorry, the resolution on those on the writing's not that good. What year have we got here? Can I read sideways? I can't read it all. But again, right, huge population build out. And down here is where the giants live, Patagonia, Paragorum region. That's sort of around there. That's, yeah, Patagonian giants. Can't see it on this map, but, you know, look at the shape of South America there. All right, what's going on? Changing land masses. Don't know why this one's gridded. Don't think I've seen this before. Okay, someone's gridded. That, okay, that's that. I don't know if I've got a copy of it. Don't know what that one's called. That's the upside down map, I think. Is that it? Don't know, but okay, check this out. So this is the Frau Moreau map, 1453. And you didn't know they had CDs in 1453, did you? But they did. Check out the build out here. And again, the resolution's not that great, sorry. We've got Persia here, but we just got massive constructions everywhere, right? Like really cool stuff. Look at the Antiquitech there. And just the whole place completely built out. Late 1400s and looking very sort of different to what we see today. So trying to work out what's going on here. In India, is this backwards? Maybe it's been flipped. Let's see. Gosh, Arabia. What? Well, if that's India, then it has been flipped. So that would make this Great Britain, but that's not great. Oh, Libya. Oh, it's upside down, is it? Okay, so this is the top of Africa. Okay, it is the upside down map. This is Africa upside down, which would make up here. This would be Britain. Yep, Anglia, England, Europe, up here into Scandinavia, Russia, the Middle East, and what happened to India? India gone. India not there. Got a bit of it. Got Delhi, but there's supposed to be a big pointy bit. Looks like the little pointy bit broke off. So yeah, mid 1400s, sorry, 1453. The world completely built out, right? Like not peasants living in the mud, as they tell us, but massive castles and Antiquitech everywhere and upside down maps. There you go. Gosh, got a couple of these. India, 1600. So what have we got here? In Hindustan, Bay of Bengal, Sumatra, Borneo, New Guinea. So this is Southeast Asia. This is just above. And New Guinea is not that big anymore, by the way. India should be coming down here again. Like it's only half there. So I'm guessing this is India here. But look at the shape of it. It's just a bigger archipelago in the 1600s. So it just shows you like that we've had lots of things, right? We've had our dates messed with, of course, our calendars and years, but also, you know, the land masses have changed. Like we get told they're stagnant pretty much, right? But it doesn't look like they are when you start looking at these maps. There's just so many changes so often. And, you know, it can't be that all the cartographers, you know, were drunk. And they used to work for kings, these people. The maps were like gold, right? So you could know where territories were and who to go and, you know, invade, all that kind of crap. Australia, look at this. Quite large. and the Americas, and look at this, Mexico. It's like all the bottom half of America. This is around the early 1600s, circa 1600. Up here we do have Hyperborea still in it, two of the land masses, and this is just obviously one side. There is a second to this one. So that's, here's the other side here. No, that's the same one. How did that happen? Oh well, we don't get it. America again. You know, we're not looking, you know, it looking pretty much kind of like the picture we're showing today, except for this. Again, right, this massive land mass down the bottom. Right, and of course, like I said, these are rectangle maps, right, where they should really, you know, they should be circles, right? And a lot of them were taken at, you know, copied off circular maps. And so this bit here doesn't make sense, but I guess they're trying to say that it's a globe, right? And you could somehow wrap this around the bottom. But to wrap that around the bottom of a globe, you'd have to cut 90% of it away, right? At least. So these maps are they just don't make sense. Like, clearly it's like, why would you make maps like this? And how would you even get the structure if you're sailing around a globe and everything you're taking off this globe? Wouldn't you end up with a globular image? You definitely wouldn't end up with this massive land mass down here, right? This is South America. Don't have the date. There you go, a map. Typus orbis terrarium. This one, it's a 1600s map, I think. Don't have a date. Got Jesus here. America, look at it. Look at the Americas in this one. Like, you know, North America is looking pretty different, but look at South America. Look at that. Okay, we got Patagonia. That's where the giants live, right? What's this? Cap 11,000? Virginum? That's interesting. 11,000 what? The Amazon. This, you know, Central America, we're looking very different again, right? Got the Caribbean, the Caribbean, Asia. What is Europe's looking a bit funny. Greenland changes all the time. And up here on the top, Hyperborea, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 land masses. We have this island here, Grockland. It appears and disappears in depending on the map. Here we have Thule. Anyone ever heard of Thule? The Thule Society, right? And this is Iceland, right? But where's the ice? And it's just called Island here. Iceland Island, right? Freaking blunt. Oh, Draco. This is Scotland, Scotia. Now this, I'm thinking, is Frisia, which is another island that appears and disappears on maps. There's another one up off Russia. I'm sure we'll see it in another map. But yeah, you know, like the land masses just rise and fall. They seem to when you start looking at all these old maps. You know, look at this again, South America. South America. Sorry, that's horrible resolution. Oh, what's this? Tour of the World, 1876. Oh, there you go. These are all the people that run around and conquer other peoples by the looks of it. What's in the middle of Africa? Looks like water, like an ocean in Africa. Who knows? Weird. Again, land at the bottom, land at the top, right? Hyperborea and Antarctica, whatever this is, Terra Australis, massive landmass, right? Much, much bigger than, you know, what's up the top there. And those combined, look how massive they look compared to all the other continents and land masses, right? Oh, have I frozen? Gosh, I think this picture's frozen. Let me see if I'm still live. All right, are we still here? Can you hear me okay, by the way? I even asked that. How is everyone? Oh, Harnwell, how you going? Glad to have you along. I just mentioned oh my God, now I've lost it. That island that we talk. I've done an interview with Han, Frisia. Yeah, well, it is Frisia, isn't it? I was thinking there's another one. Yes, Frisian, the Frisia, the Friesland mystery. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. Tartaria and Mandela. Hello, Hippie Shake. Thank you for being here as always, and thanks to all the mods. Really appreciate you all. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, apparently it's all hand drawn. That's what they say. That's what they say. Matt Black, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. They had to go through the Straits of Magellan in 1521 because the Drake Passage was shut. Interesting. Yeah, man. Land changes, right? Like all these changes that go on with the shifting lands, basically. So I'm just checking my maps. It did freeze. I think we got through them. All right. Frisia, yeah. The spelling changes. Sometimes it's Frisia, sometimes it's Frisia, and now there's a region in Holland, Friesland, which, there's definitely a connection, right? There's something going on there. Friesland, there we go. In the freezer. You're in the freezer, Callum? Is it really that hot where you are? Come on. Hello, how are you going? Higher Self Perspective, Amanda Danielson. Well, thank you for joining us. We've been checking out old world maps. I've got David Rumsey up. Maybe we'll go and have a look at the Urbano Monte, the 1597, is it? That's a really cool map. I mean, it's been done a few times, but there's just so much in it that, it's fun. Jimbo Jones, how you going? Dunno. How you going? Chris Trelaw, hello. Jennifer, hello. Jordan Olafson, how you going? Freeland, yes, yeah, man. All those things. To join now. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello, Leafy. Let's see what other maps I've got. Have I got any of disappearing islands? Don't think I've marked them. I used to have a file like disappearing islands, but that must have been before I wiped. Well, I lost one of my hard drives. Like 50 gigs or more worth of images, which was very sad. But we have David Rumsey here. So just got to get the page open so I can share it. But this map is crazy. This is, you've probably all seen it before. Monty's 10-foot planisphere of 1587. Now this was bought. Hang on, I'll share. I'm not sure if when I change screens, actually I'm not going to. I've only got one screen at the moment too. I need a new office, man. I need a recording studio. So that's it. Now, for some reason, this page doesn't want to load. Let's try it again. Do. Come on, everyone focus. Load page, load. Thank you. Now, did that change? I think we've got to click it one more time. For some reason, you've got to go through like 3 pages to get this map working. Yeah, got to click it again. Okay, everyone rub your temples and say, appear. Say something. Yabba dabba do. Oh my God. Come on, work. Okay, maybe I'll just see if that loads. And I'll come back for a bit. There's so many abandoned cities worldwide. Some look brand new condition. Yeah, man. Especially in China, right? There's no people in China. But they've got, I think the count is like 7,000 ghost cities, but they've also got all their main cities are empty. Ooh, they are. How? Where are all the people? I remember Arctic white at top and Antarctic white at bottom. Yes. Yeah. Well, is that a globe map? I'm not sure which one you meant. The planisphere, the urbano planisphere isn't. But while that loads, what have I got here? Tartaria. How many maps are in there? Oh, there's lots of maps in there. We can check out some. Okay, let's have a look at a few more maps while I wait for my bush internet to work. All right. 1620. This is one of the early ones. Tartaria. Wow, man, this is going back a few years. This was, one of the main things that started this topic off was the maps, right? This is how the word Tartaria got to be the title of this research is because we started finding all these maps with this country that we were never told about on it, right? Tartaria. Across there, right? But antiquitens. What is that? Looks like a cow with a boar's head or something. Or an elephant, a skinny elephant, maybe? Don't know. So this is all basically Russia. And as you can see, it's not frozen. Right, this is the top of Russia. This would be up near the Arctic Circle, and it's green. It's green, man. This is Asia, basically. Just showing us all the people. I don't think it's not the best resolution, but there is a Tartarian person, probably that one. Oh, well, that wasn't very good. This one down there, you can see it says Tartaria. More Tartaria maps, right? And it's this country that it keeps changing size, right? But again, you can see this is the Arctic Circle, right? This is all green. It's not showing with ice. And this is back in the 1600s. What is that? Japan. Look at the size of Japan, right? And you can see it looks like there was another continent in there, Japan, that we've got today. It's just the ruins, right? Lots of ruins in Japan and under the water as well. That's the same map. Oh, that's not very interesting. Tartaria again, and of course, all these old maps, they tell you what's going on, but unfortunately, it's in a language that I can't read. But again, we just get this, this continuity between maps that's showing that it wasn't frozen in the north or the south. It looks to be back around this, 14, 15, 1600s. It looks like it was all open. So what does that mean? How old is our actual civilization? We don't really know, right? Like, we really don't know. Is it 200 years? Is it 6,000? Is it 5.2 million? As they like to tell us. Tartaria. So Tartaria definitely existed, as a country or whatever it was, a kingdom or a region or whatever it was, right? The Grand Tartaria. Again, going up. New Zembla. That's the other island that appears and disappears. Yeah, so we've got multiple disappearing islands up in the north. Grand Tartaria Tartaria independent. Tartaria China, right? It had like franchises, man. Everyone's seen that one. Maybe not. Graphica tabula. I don't know what that means. Something to do with water. Don't know. Tartary again, right? Cathay. Old name for China. Again. So over here, is that right? Tartaria. Yeah, this would be America. So we've got, this is California, so it's half an island, right? Not quite filled in. Oh gosh, I've done it again. Oops, I've done it again. Yeah, tigers, but look, we've already got these, old world cities, right? And look at the names. They sound, I mean, it could be Spanish or it could be Native American, right? Already there. They just got invaded. If we've got a date here, no. But these kind of maps, 1600s, mid 1600s, most of it, with this kind of a look to them. And a lot of these maps, as you see, there's all these different kinds of, not that one, but that one's pretty much that map, right? Just color them differently. Again, Tartary up here, Grand Tartaria. So there's just so many of these maps with Tartaria on it. Here we have all the different types of people around the realm. So maps are fun. A lot of these are doubles, as you can see. I haven't gone through this file for a while. More Tartaria. So that's how we got onto this topic. This was one of the main starting points for me, was the maps and the mud flood and star forts, of course, right? Star forts, which I'm going to go and see. I've seen one. I've seen one in Florida. I'm going to forget the name, aren't I? Port. It'll come to me. I've still got so much video I need to get through and put together from my US travels. So how is everyone? 200 of you here at the moment. Thanks for spending some time with me. All will be known in the end days. Oh, let's hope. Who knows? Fort Jefferson. No, Fort Jefferson is the one off the Florida Keys at the bottom. I did my first video on Fort Jefferson, and that's a definite old world building, a big anomaly. But I know it's up on the coast. Port Saint. God, just having a brain fart at the moment. Heart Earth, hello. Thanks for joining us. Hi Campbell, no, I've got to get some pics of the cliffs of the Mo River. Oh, I just noticed the obvious mud flood layer. Nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, send me some through to my email if you've got them. I need to set up. I need to get myself organized. I've been very unorganized recently, so I would like to get like a site up where people can come in and post pictures. I've actually got a Telegram. I probably should utilize that more, shouldn't I? Something like pictures that be uploaded. Ports. No, it's not Port St. Lucie. It's the. Let me not think about it for a bit, and it'll come to me. Oh, thank you very much, Adam. Okay, I'll check and see if this has loaded. God, didn't load after all that time. Oh, okay, now it has. Okay. How do I get full? How do I do full screen? So I've got the map. It's working, but it's not. Oh, there, that one. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay. All right, let's have a look at this Urbanamonte map. It's very cool. Many of you may have seen it before. Let's see. Okay, oh my God, this is not going to work. That's horrendous. Okay, I'm stopping sharing. Yeah, no, sorry, my internet is very bad out here, so sorry about that. But the cicadas have stopped. That's nice. So how is everyone? What's my email, bro? Autodidactic email at proton.me is my email. Revelations tells you how it ends. The earth melts and the worlds therein perish. It's a cycle. Yeah, man. Yeah, cataclysms, catastrophisms. That they used to teach it. Yeah, it's a world of cycles, of resets. And that's another thing about this research, right? We were talking resets back 2019. I remember talking about them with Martin, Mr. Martin Liedtke. And that was before resets. You know, now everyone knows reset, right? You know, mostly thanks to Klaus, Mr. Schwabi. But we were talking about all that stuff, and then suddenly we were in a reset. See, man, it's a reset world. Of course it is. Look around. Like, or we're living in the, you know, the ruins of previous, more advanced civilizations. It's everywhere around us, but it's not one reset. There's multiple resets. You can see it. There's different types. That looks like there's different civilizations, you know, starting very big and getting smaller down to us. You know, this place is not what they told us, man. His story is not our story, right? Yeah, of course, right. Well, that's another thing about Australia. You know, Australia and New Zealand are probably the best, but America as well. But it's a couple, 100 years older. But they try and squeeze Australia's history in since 1778. They told us, but now we find out it's actually 1770 when they Cook first got here. But there's not enough time for all this stuff to have happened. And the main thing is resources, man. Like, it wasn't long after they landed, like 30 years, and they'd found all the gold, gold mines and all these different mines and things. Apparently, 1850s, so we'll say 70 years that they had found all the gold all at once in Australia. Like, Australia is huge, and there's nothing around. For most of it, there's nothing. There's no food. There's no forest, and there's no water. So you can't just wander around and look for gold. It's crazy. In Perth, they say that they found gold in Kalgoorlie, right? It's a town out in the desert, and I think it's about an 8-hour drive in a car, doing 120 k's an hour. And they said that the original miners walked there pushing wheelbarrows. It would have taken them weeks. There's no water on the way. They actually had to put a massive waterway out there to pump water out to the town afterwards. It's all crazy. None of it makes sense. Imagine calling your kid Krautslov. Well, I mean, imagine what his mother was. Imagine what his mother was. They're full of shizzle. It's like they didn't even try hard to. Yeah, I know, right? Well, and that's sort of. I think it was actually Jay Widener that said it to me. If you were gonna, make a simulation, right, then you would spend most of your time on the present, making it perfect and work, and not so much time on the past, right? So the past is where you would look to find the anomalies, right? The breakdowns and the things that don't make sense. Don't look in the now. You're looking in the past that they didn't put as much time into. I think the way they are throwing around the Great Reset slogan feels like they are threatening those who know about previous resets into submissions. Yeah, I mean, I think they know that there's a reset coming. I think they're getting ready. I don't think they know exactly what it is, because with these resets, they're not all, worldwide cataclysms. Clearly, right? Clearly, we're not getting smashed back the whole world, to zero every whatever. Some of them are small, some of them are big, but they're also geographically specific, right? So one might just hit, Australia or the north of Australia, and one might, there's going to hit different places. And we see this at the moment too, right? On a smaller scale. So, whatever comes, it's not going to take out the whole world. Like clearly, hopefully just take out the elites, right? Just flood the land that they've got all their dumbs underneath, and hopefully they get, full of water. That'd be nice. That's old school dousing for you before the metal detection area. Oh, what, for the mines? Well, yeah, I think they had maps. I think they were, gold mines, right? We see all these cities covered in gold, right? And then we see all these cities destroyed and look like they've been zapped by lasers. So if maybe they just knew where the old world cities were and they went there and there was melted gold everywhere, right? Because, I mean, what do gold nuggets look like? They literally, if you want to make a gold nugget, you just dig a bit of a hole in the ground and just pour melted gold into it. Throw a rock or two in and cover it up and let it cool. When you get out, that's exactly what a gold nugget is. But they want us to think that they just formed these, globules of gold, big ones, right? It looks like melted gold to me. That's all I'm saying. It looks like melted and fell into the dirt, and they went and dug it up. Esoteric Night of Malta. It's our job to put the snakes down the vents. Yeah, man. Yes, I agree. I'm going to get banned for hate speech. Yes, we do. We love our 1%ers. We love Klaus. The reset is such a great idea. I can't wait to move into my 15-minute city. Yes, give me an electric car today. They are so good. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. When I've tried to work it out a lot, and it doesn't work. This is the thing about the past not making sense and simulation theory, and they're not putting enough work into the past, right? Like we've all seen the photos. You see these amazing cities, and then they're destroyed and like literally look like they've had what we know as an atomic bomb hit them. They look like Hiroshima did. And then they're built, a couple of years later, they've completely rebuilt again. It's impossible. Like the story, and they could have really messed up the timelines and the dates. I don't know, but the story they give us there's no way you can reconcile it. It doesn't make any sense. But we could drop McDonald's down the holes for the elites, right? That'll get them. Elvie, hello. We're still going. What have we got here? An hour. Don't ruin your social credit score. I know, right? God, I'll have my oxygen supply cut off or something. Yeah, there's lots of gold dust around, and that kind of gold for sure, and that could be, probably is natural wherever it comes from, but the nuggets, come on, we've all seen these nuggets. Does it not just look like melted gold that's just been poured, that's just melted and fallen into a hole, right? I mean, I'll have to look into the narrative of what they actually tell us of how gold nuggets are formed. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what other metal do you find like that? Like, none, right? All other ones are trapped in ores and things and have to be mined and smelted down and all this, refinery and add chemicals. But gold, mate, yeah, mate, you just find balls of the stuff. Alphabet people are wonderful. On fire. Hey, man, keep you warm in the winter. Me or Klaus? Yeah, no, easy bugs. Which cities were rebuilt? Oh, heaps, man. San Francisco, Yeah, heaps in America we've got photos for, pretty much all of them, right? Chicago, San Francisco, St. Louis, I think as well. I mean, so many. California, no, what is it? Los Angeles. The Russians have rebuilt Mariupol. What's Mariupol? Lots of land in Japan underwater. Yeah. Yeah. What's that underwater temple called? Yonaguni, man. That's pretty cool. Remember when they tried to say that was a natural formation? Come on. Oh, dude, come on, Adam. I actually saw like a video the other day, a short on how protein powder is made, and it's disgusting. It's literally they breed mealworms, and then they kill them, dry them, crush them up into a powder, and that is protein powder, man. That's how they make it. Yes. Don't take that. All that, and that's all that bodybuilding stuff, right? All that, what they call it, like bulk up or whatever. All this protein. You see, they sell massive bags of it. It's crushed up bugs, man. I'm sure you can probably get some good stuff, but I'm telling you, man, all the cheap stuff and all the protein and that's been added to food, it's bugs, mealworms and stuff. Oh my gosh, lots of comments. What fire? Oh, London, yeah, London was another one. Sydney, Australia, and all these fires, man, they all get started by cows called bloody Dolly. It's crazy. The maps of pre-white structures. Australia is really hard to find anything on. I'm sure that, obviously a lot of it's been wiped. It probably had a different name that we don't know what to search under, if there's anything out there online about it. But also all the maps we looked at before, they show Australia as part of, what we're told is Antarctica, right? The outer ring. Like Australia was literally joined up to that. That's why I wanted to. Have I got a copy of the Urbano Monte? Let's have a look. I thought I had it somewhere. But it shows you all the land around the outside, right? It's a small one. How big's that? Okay, here's one. Okay, we can sort of have a bit of a look at this one. But there was no Australia, right? But we've interviewed lots of originals and things, and people who study Australian history, and they've mentioned that there were cities, there were white people here, different types of people. We've got Egyptian hieroglyphs here. We've got a lot of Chinese artifacts and stuff. So there's stuff going on. But this is the map, right? So as you can see, it's a circle. It shows our realm, 1587. And you can see, right, if this was a flat Earth map, this would be the ice ring around the outside. And here it's been drawn as lots of different land masses, with animals, towns, names, rivers, all this kind of stuff. And so we have Africa, right? We have South America still connected, and that's still Terra del Fuego. And so Australia should be around here somewhere, right? I guess, what have we got here? Yeah, so I guess this would be sort of India. Again, it looks like it's been smashed into an archipelago. So this would be Australia. Let me just turn that around. There. This bit here. Australia, right? But there's no Australia or Terra Australis or anything written on it. But this is, the same place geographically, or, this, I guess. But down here we get camels. We've got, the biggest wild camel population is in Australia. Rabbits. We've got one of the biggest population of rabbits in Australia. Of course, they tell us they're both introduced, but here they are on a map in the same region as Australia in 1587. I think I've even seen an emu-looking thing. Frilled neck lizards, we definitely have them. Oh, an elephant. All right. And so it's not, this map's not looking the best, and that's just my internet. It is not. But otherwise, you can zoom right into this map. If you want to check it out, it's just davidrumsey.com. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, the first page, you'll find this map. You've got to click on it a couple of times. But, you know, this is, yeah, like the world in the 1597. There's no Australia. So is this why we have problems finding a good history on Australia? Is because, you know, all the names were different, all the stuff was different. But here we have the Tropic of Capricorn, and that definitely runs through Australia today. So it looks like, you know, that's Australia. I don't know. It looks like it's as far out as the rest of, you know, the ice ring, but who knows? And all of these are inhabited. They've got, you know, rivers. They're not frozen. Oh, this one's white, but it's got rivers and stuff in it. No green. Not frozen. And of course, in the middle, Hyperborea, the 4 continents, and again, none of this frozen. So where did all the ice come from? Where did all the ice come from? So yeah, go check that map out. It's really good. You can spend hours looking at that, and it's got all the like the rulers, the kings and stuff of the old world around the outside. It's all in a different language. I have translated some of it, but there's a lot of writing. So if anyone wants to translate it one day, there you go. Sherry Ives. Oh, that's not you. There you are. Hello. How you going? Thanks for joining us. We are 111 in, an hour and 11 minutes. The old Australian down under is down under your feet. Apparently, I'm upside down, right? Very hard to drink coffee around here. Very hard. Valiant Vance. Oh, is that me? Oh, thank you very much. If it is, ice comes from tech. Oh, sorry, things kept moving. Yeah, man. Yeah. It comes from something. Is that part of the you know, did we get locked off from the outer lands, the outer realms, the outer space? Is that what's going on? Is that why we've got ice? Is it a way to keep us in for, you know, while we go through our low vibration period, right? Who knows? I think something's going to get more expansive for us. So there's more to experience down here. There's an actual letter socket letter, what, to the communists, where they really talk about censoring and destroying. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a CIA document, man. I've done a video on it. I can't remember the name, but if you just search CIA document Tartaria, you should find it. There's also lots of stuff from Putin saying that he released all the Tartarian maps. You know, that's sort of, you know, we've often asked where they all come from, but apparently Putin, you know, who's basically the head of Tartaria, right? He released them all, and all this information sort of a decade or so ago. Yeah, well, yeah, right. I think Australia is still attached to Antarctica, but definitely under the ocean, I would say, for sure. But, you know, we showed on Tartaria Australia, Kelly and I, that this Great Australian Bight, right, you're not allowed to go there. There's all these restricted areas and stuff. So, you know, they're actually, we could literally be connected by land, right? Who knows? Or by a string of islands, and we might not know, right? If it's all restricted areas, and who's ever going to see it? This is the thing. Like, we can't even roam the realm, man. We're under lock and key. So let's ignore that and travel as much as we can. Give them the big finger. The fridge is where ice comes from. Yes, good point. Good point. Probably maybe the freezer, though. Freezer. Tartaria was a Muslim empire. Oh, do you have any proof of that? I would say in the old empires, the old world, there was no religion. There was no separation. What we see when we look at these old buildings, yeah, we see half moons everywhere, sure. We also see crosses everywhere. Like we see stars, right, everywhere. We see them like the melding of the religions. Like these were just symbols. It's almost like, you know, that they've created these separate religions to go with the symbols, right? Oh, who can have the moon? Oh, who can have the cross? You know, because they need to explain somehow what all this stuff is when it's not religious. It's technology. Sure, it was connecting to a higher power. Yeah, I agree with that. But that higher power wasn't a dude with a beard sitting on a cloud, in my humble opinion. The map makers in the day could not misrepresent what they were saying. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, you know, like there weren't, you know, many cartographers, especially good ones, and they were hired by kings and royalty to go and draw accurately, you know, these lands so that, you know, they could go and invade or do whatever, right? Mine, whatever these people were doing. You know, if you had the wrong map, you can't go anywhere. Yeah, they need the ice on the globe map, man. They got to explain the, you know, the coldness of space, right? Remember, it used to be so cold in space that anything would just freeze and break, but now, you know, they just do spacewalks and stuff, and just keep changing the story. Keep changing it, mate. Yeah, I agree. Definitely all Putin's fault. Putin on the Ritz. Yeah, man. No, yeah, what's his name? Tucker Carlson, that guy with the weird hysterical laugh. What is on with that laugh? Like seriously, man, there's something wrong going there. Yeah, he's just gone and interviewed Putin. And well, the narrative wants us to believe that everyone's very, very angry about it. Who knows, man? They all meet at Davos together. They all, you know, go to the same ceremonies together. We know. We've seen the pictures. All right. You know, that there's war when they're in front of us, they hate each other and it's all war, and behind closed doors, they're all mates in weird gowns. People are so dumbed thinking they can traverse Antarctica, like go across it. Yeah, well, you know, they believe the story. You know, we know the deal. It's easier to believe what's that saying? It's easier to fool a man than to make him let him know that he's being fooled. Something like that. It's easier to fool a man than to tell him he's been fooled. Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like people, you know, ignorance is bliss. Why is ignorance bliss? Because you're right. Right? You're always right. You don't have to question anything. You're right. And so you just sit there and feel, you know, all high and mighty, right? Because everyone else is just a pleb and they don't understand. Whoa. Mongolia. Nice. And the stands, that's like Kazakhstan and not a couple of dudes called Stan, I'm guessing. Awesome, man. That sounds really cool, see? Walmart? Oh God, stay away from that place. I went to Walmart. I saw someone driving a trolley. Like, what the hell? I freaked out, like, but everyone else was like, you haven't seen this? It's like literally an old person's gopher, those little gopher thing with a trolley on the front of it. Because they can't walk, because they were rather large. Traditional Islam can be compared to modern Muslim. Traditional Islam cannot be compared to modern Muslim. Isn't Muslim Islam? Don't you mean traditional Islam cannot be compared to modern Islam? Is that right? Or am I just crazy? Oh, links below if you'd like to support my channel. There you go. Infomercial time. Flower essences, good stuff. Go check it out, and other links below. Thank you very much. Hippie shake. The whole of Africa was called Ethiopia. Well, most of Africa, yeah. Ethiopia Ethiopia was definitely the, yeah. I've seen one map where there's two Ethiopias, like most of Africa, and then there's another one down the bottom. I've never seen one where it's all of Africa, but definitely, like 70-80% of it. And then what happened to Ethiopia, right? They destroyed it in the 80s, man. Remember that? All the famines and all that kind of stuff. Wonder why that is. Ethiopia, that's where they're supposed to hold the Ark of the Covenant, right? So the story goes. Buildings just got repurposed. Yeah, man. Of course. Of course. It is everywhere. Greco-Romano, don't you know? All roads lead to Rome. That's because Rome never fell. According to this, the giant shelf between Australia and Antarctica is a playground for the most ferocious sea creatures. Yes. Well, that would be what they would want us to think, right? They don't want us going out there. They're going to tell us it's horrendous and it's the worst waters. And I mean, they do. They say Bass Strait is like the worst and most dangerous waters in the realm, right? Because they don't want you going there. Ripped out of gold. Was that before or after the conception of Islam? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with the Islam debate here, but I mean that's isn't that a good? Isn't that so religion, right? As soon as you bring up religion, people just want to fight. They just want to say I'm right and you're wrong, which is the most religious thing you can do. It's crazy, man. It does my head in sometimes. I'm so far back in the comments. Sorry about that, God. God, did I say God? Guys, sorry, God. Religion on my mind. Found dead, yeah, man. Oh, the founders, right? Finders, keepers. Yeah, well, there definitely was. Is there still Upper and Lower? There's definitely Upper and Lower Egypt. Is there Upper and Lower Ethiopia? I don't know. I'll have to go through. I haven't done a lot of my maps recently. I should go through and sort them all out. I've definitely got some cool African maps. Let's see if I do. Do I have an Africa file? Barbaria, that could be. See, Africa as well, or Northern Africa especially. Used to be Barbaria, and and Libya. Libya is sort of always there as well. But it used to be a lot bigger than it is now. Yeah, man, I need to go and sort my maps out. I used to have a lot of good African ones. I'm sure I've still got them somewhere. Just all unorganized, right? A religious spirit is deadly. Rome never fell. It just went underground. Exactly right. Oh, rolling one now, hey? Rome moved to DC. Yeah, well, yeah, man. Rome moved to DC. I mean, isn't there a famous book called The New Rome? I haven't read it, but I think there is. There's lots of books, like conspiracy type books that mention Brazil as well for some reason. I don't know. There's something going on with Brazil, man. Something we don't know. Shawnee B's on a sphere. Nice. Enjoy. Going to the Barbarian looked like it took place in Tartaria or Barbaria, right? Barbaria, which was Northern Africa. And they try and, again, right, they try and tell us that, the barbarians, which they try and say are the Mongols, came from the East. They just flip everything upside down and inside out. It's quite crazy. But, I mean, the other thing is like the whole Middle East, everything about, the Bible, right? All the pictures that we're given, they look like it looks now, like a desert. And also the cradle of civilization. It's in the middle of a desert. And that never made sense. Why wouldn't civilization first flourish where life was easy and food and water were plentiful? But no, in the middle of a desert. But then you look at the old maps, you go back to the 1600s, and that whole area, and also Africa, the Sahara, was all green. It's all green. That place got hit with a reset. And you can literally see this big scar across Africa through the Middle East, and it goes up into Russia. So what was that? Last reset, maybe? Who knows? Or well, we've got the maps that it was green, right? 500 years ago. So, oh, hello, Margriette. How are you? Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. DC is that tiny hat empire. Yeah. It's not a pear. It's an oblate spheroid. But I mean, how's this, right? Neil deGrasse Tyson, we've all seen the clips. He says it's pear-shaped. It's a little chubby at the bottom. It's an oblate spheroid, right? It shows you a pear. But then there's other videos, and he'll tell you, oh, it swirls around the equator. I think he calls that chubby. It's a bit chubby around the middle. Right? So it's a pear, but it's fat around the middle. So what does that mean? It's like, what, a cylinder that gets skinny at the top or something? I mean, that guy, he don't know what he's talking about, man. All he does is talk, right? And talk over people. He runs on the loudest person is correct kind of theory. I put a short of him out not long ago. The guy's an idiot, actually. Should we watch it? It just shows how much of an idiot he is. Let's see if I can get this working. How do we do this? Shorts. Oh, look at this. Neil deGrasse Tyson, robots on the moon. Okay, let me just hang on a sec. All right, I'll just show you this, and then I'll have a bit more of a chat, and then I'll get off. We're getting up to an hour and a half here. So, is that it? Yes. Robots on the moon. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Most people don't know that there were robots as well as rovers on the moon while we were first going to the moon. But you didn't know anything about those because the media focused on the astronauts. And it's the astronauts through which we gain vicarious access to space because they have mouths, they have brains, they have a childhood memory, they have school teachers that can talk about those astronauts. And I've yet to see a ticker tape parade for a robot. Sputnik was not just some orbiting spacecraft. It was a hollowed out intercontinental ballistic missile where they took out the warhead and put in a radio transmitter. The military knew this. That's what founded NASA.
Well, there you go. That's the top space physicist in the world, apparently. Now saying that there were robots on the moon pre-moon landing. What was it, 69 or whatever? And no doubt he's saying that because everyone's saying, well, who took the photos of the module leaving, right? And then he says that the Russians were hollowing out missiles and turning them into rockets, and that's what founded NASA. What the hell? That's actually the story from, I remember I saw a Star Trek movie. I don't know which one it was, but that was the storyline. That's how they first got to whatever, right? Warp speed or whatever they call it. Some dude hollowed out an intercontinental missile and turned it into a rocket. Like, people not only believe this guy, they defend him. Like, he's smart, but you can see he's such an arrogant idiot. And all he does is talk down to people and use what he thinks are big words, right? To make himself sound intelligent. And then if people question, he just talks over them. And this is what we get today. It's clown world. It's clown world. NASA in who? Yeah. It does, man. It does. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive. And we all know the story. NASA was founded. Project Paperclip. You know, Werner von Braun, right, died on his grave. You know, the quote from the Bible about the firmament and God's handiwork. Right? It's just crazy if you look into it, man. It's just insane what you know. What a wicked web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Like, that's where they are now, man. They've spent so much time telling so many lies that now they have to go and lie about their lies to keep up with their lies, and it's all falling apart, which is awesome to see. Yes, that's right. But they lost all the telemetry data of how they got to the moon. and it's a painful process to build it back. So they're not going back. But they did it, right? 1969, or was it 67 maybe? On computers, right? That are probably as powerful as, oh my God, nothing we got today, like a calculator, right? It's the school calculator you had in the 80s. That was their computing power back in the 60s. And they built up all the data and then lost it. And now it's just too hard, right? It's not like they couldn't just write a program and do it in a day. Crazy. Lost it all. Creepy, man. Creepy wizard Neil. He's pregnant, is he? He probably is, right? Spell casting. Yeah, yeah. It's all spells, man. It's what they teach you at school. Spelling. All right? They get you in there for the week. They don't like you strong. And by the end, you're weakened. And of course, when you go to school, they put you in a classroom, right? To cause division, right? Got to put people in their classes. Yeah, man. 69. Okay, 69. They did it. And of course, one of the astronauts that was supposed to be on that flight was basically speaking out and saying it's all crap, nothing's happening, blah, blah, blah. And then he burnt to death in a rocket just before he was supposed to go into space. All right. And then there's Mars, and of course, Elon, Brain Chip Man. And is it Devon Island? I put up another shot about that. Devon Island, right? That's where they take all the video for Mars. Is this Werner von Braun? Yeah, there's that video that was going around. I mean, that was going around, gosh, 15 years at least ago. His assistant, is that the one you mean? And she was saying the last straw, the last thing they'll do is the fake alien invasion. And look where we are, guys. We're there. So we're there. Like we were watching that video like years, it must have been 15 years ago. And now we're literally there. Like they're pushing a fake alien invasion on us now. Like they try to get us to believe there's aliens here with all this, 10-foot aliens in Florida and in South America and all these, stuff coming out and all the heads of the military. Oh, yes, they're real. Old Neil deGrasse Tyson. What's that other bloody guy with the glasses called? Stephen Greer. And all the ancient aliens. I mean, they're just massively pushing this agenda. First, not the same. Oh, thanks, Damien. Excuse me. I'll be getting back sometime this year. I'd say Christmas time, but probably before. It'd be good to do a show. I've never done a show in Perth. It'd be good to do a show. It's called Inventive Reasoning. Making up more lies to cover old lies. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hello, Peter. How you going? Thanks for being here. Not of this world. Hello, Yogi Boy. All right. Hello, and thank you all for being here and spending some time with me. I hope you enjoyed the maps. I'm sorry we couldn't get more into the planisphere, but my internet out here is fairly shoddy. I'm actually just hotspotting off my phone. Yes, but if you want to check out that map, davidrumsey.com is the place to go and see it. And like I said before, I'm going to be heading to the US again. So if you're in the US, if you're in the southeast kind of states, and you'd like to come and check out a live event, let me know. Go to the community tab on my page, my channel, and there's a poll there, so we can work out sort of what the best place, what the best state would be. So yeah, go and let me know. Do you want to come and check me out live? We'll probably get a few other people. I'll get a couple of people to join me. And then, then I'll be off to Europe. And of course, going to be heaps of lives from there. We're going to get a lot of footage, make a documentary. It's going to be off the charts, that trip. So still a few tickets left if you are interested. oldworldstours.com. And of course, links and stuff below, all that cool stuff. And of course, please share this around if you like this video, this kind of content. If you want to show people the maps maps are lying to us, his story is not our story, then share it around. And apparently I heard Jay Dreamers saying that there's some new feature where you can clip a bit of the video. So if you think I say anything interesting or intelligent, you can clip it, like just a bit of the video, a couple of minutes, and you get a link and you can send that off as a teaser type thing. So feel free to do that. Feel free to promote my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Well, there we go. At 1 minute 35, 222 of you here live. Thank you all for being here. We've got part 2 of an interview with Dale Holmes and Lorenzo going up, not tomorrow, but the next day. The AI to I Am, a recording tomorrow with Kelly for another Tartaria Australia. And I'll be posting a few more interviews in the next couple of days too. So check them out. And I'll try, this looks like it's been all right. I haven't done a lot of lives just because my internet's been so dodgy. And I've also had an earache for the last 3 days. So, but I'm feeling better now. So, yes, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you all. And I will talk to you all, it says, as he's again looking for his outro, on the next upload. Bye for now.